most of life after 50. That is the theme of this year's Prime Expo this weekend at the Orange County Convention Center. And joining us now, talking more about that, we have Amanda Day. She's the Executive Director of Bike Walk Central Florida and a member of the Florida Pedestrian Bicycle Safety Council. We have Robin Hauk, Director of Strategic Partnerships, EF Go Ahead Tours, and Griselle Colon with the Orlando Sentinel. Good morning to all of you this morning. Griselle, I'm going to start with you because as someone who's already started to get AARP stuff in the mail, which is a shock, by the way.
That makes two of us.
Like, who is this? Can't possibly be for me. You all have set this up, and there's so many different sponsors that you all have got involved.
We are so excited this year. It's our second year with Prime Expo in market, and of course, you know, it's a big initiative for the Orlando Sentinel, how to make the best of life after 50.
After 50, right.
We've got a huge community here in Orlando, and we have so many surprises at the show. So I'm glad that we're here to talk about all of them today.
And the whole thing is free tomorrow, right?
It's absolutely free, thanks to our sponsors. Our presenting sponsor is the Florida Department of Transportation, and we'll hear more about all the exciting things that they have going on there. Simply Healthcare will be with us, and we also this year are launching a veterans, which we can get into a little later.
I do have to giggle a little bit because I looked and there's a raffle to win a Lazy Boy chair, which is just hysterical to be winning a chair. That's life after 50.
But let me tell you, there's also a sweepstakes to win $15,000. So you can really have a good time with those $15,000. It's not about just sitting back and doing nothing.
I definitely buried the lead on that one. Yeah, Amanda, talk to me about the bike walk because they're also giving away like 300 bike helmets, correct?
Bike helmets, and then also bicycles as well, that according to ARP that we outlive our ability to drive for about 10 years.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
So part of it is coming out and like, what is our options out there when you no longer can drive or even want to drive?
And you know, also it's so great because when you get a little bit older, as I attest to, I used to love to run and I still like to try, but it sort of falls away after a while because the knees kind of give out first. But the biking and the walking, that can stay for forever.
Right.
Yeah.
And especially here locally with our trail network that's really being built up with the Coast to Coast Connector, or looking downtown Orlando with the Katy Way Trail, the urban trails. That's part of it too, of active living. And so a lot of people have questions of, I do want to walk or bike more, or see it as an option and be able to get out and do it safely too.
Absolutely.
And that's really, really important.
And Robin, when we're talking about travel, obviously, there are so many places to go, and a lot of you have a number of seminars set up all day tomorrow. Like one was talking about 7 continents. You go see them all.
Right, exactly. Go Ahead is part of EF Education First, which is the largest international education company in the world. So we travel to all 7 continents. We have over 200 itineraries, and we're going to be talking about how to find, you know, ways to bring your own travel bucket list to life and sort of say yes to your bucket list, and really, you know, align your travel dreams with the value that we can bring.
And I would imagine that this is the time when so they're traveling, because you know, in your 20s and 30s and 40s, you know, you're raising kids and earning the money and trying to keep a roof over people's heads.
Absolutely, it's the best time to travel.
Best time to travel.
You have the time, you have the experience, so you've thought really about where you want to go.
Absolutely. Real quick, you can just show up and walk on in, right? There's nothing that needs to happen.
Nothing that needs to happen.
Starting when and when in to win.
Well, our Veterans Initiative starts at 8. We have a Veterans Breakfast, but the Expo show opens at 9. And we'll be there till 4 p.m. So plenty of time to come and join us.
What part of the convention center?
We will be at the Valencia Ballroom, which is in the central part of the convention center.
Okay. Well, Griselle, Amanda, Robin, it was just wonderful to have you here.
Thank you.
Looking forward to it.
Yes.
Okay. We'll see you tomorrow.